So we did something pretty mundane recently. We went and got passports for the kids, and it gave us an opportunity to talk to you guys a little bit about
standing out.
Standing out. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. When we do mundane things like this and we just show up to places, how the world seems to go into slow motion or stop completely.
It goes into slow motion for us.
Yeah.
And everyone just kind of starts looking.
So it's,
when you look back, they turn away.
Yeah. It's an interesting experience because it almost gets uncomfortable because people after a while notice that you notice them looking and they don't know what to do after a while.
It's not uncomfortable all the time. You kind of get used to it and you just go around with, or I do, you just go around with that in your mind. But
Brian notices a lot more.
Yeah, I notice people.
A lot more than I do. I'm oblivious. But, I just go around la 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 la. Just because if you notice certain things that are not nice, I'm more confrontational. So I think people that are confrontational, they tend to ignore looks. And people that are not as confrontational, they seem to notice more, like Brian in this case. As we travel, it's happened quite a bit. You know, there was a campground in Tampa or near Tampa where the paradox of how our family gets remembered is really quite, there's a contrast there. The lady at the front office, when we used to call for reservations, when we would call, she was really sweet. When we would call, she recognized me by voice. She knew our favorite spots. She knew all our information, how to look us up on the computer. It was really like one of the easiest reservation experiences you could ever have.
We thought she was messing up on thinking she knew us, and we were like,
the first time it happened, we were like, this is...
Do we know you? No.
Yeah, no. She remembered us in a very positive way. So by contrast to the really beautiful experience that this lady was giving us at this campground from checking in, people in the campground, it's a campground that has over 300 sites, well over 300 sites. So the negative way starts with the looks and the sneers. They don't really say anything, except our neighbor we were. Yeah, I know. Our neighbor this time around would get loud when he got close to our patio. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, to make a long story short, him and his friend came home one evening, like about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's still daylight. And all of a sudden we hear this.
We were sitting out there with the kids
with
outside
the kids.
And these are one of those sardine packed.
Yeah.
This spot we were like right there.
Yeah.
So his truck was right next to our truck.
Yeah.
And we were talking. I mean, we were sitting right there next to our truck outside of our RV.
Yeah.
But they were like only 10 feet away, and all of a sudden we heard
water falling.
Well, I thought he was
watering his,
pouring something out of his cup, from his truck. So he opened his truck door and he was standing there just peeing 10 feet from us, and it was just splattering all over the place, and he just kind of looked over.
And the kids start asking, I think I
what is that? What's he doing?
What's he doing? And we're like, oh God.
But
so it wasn't funny at the time. So this is some of the reactions that we get from people that don't want us around. They start urinating and marking their territory, maybe so that we don't come back, which it worked because we never went back to that place. We felt totally bad because it was one of those situations where I had to say something.
We left the next morning early. We were supposed to stay there 2 or 3 more days, and we just left.
If you don't feel safe, it's when you're traveling in an RV and when you're traveling as a family. If you enter an environment where your stomach starts turning and you don't feel safe, we just move on because
it's when you're getting special attention all the time, and sometimes it's not good attention.
Right.
And most of the time it's fine, but sometimes it's not good attention, and you feel like you should just move on because your stomach starts turning and stuff. I just look at it. I almost feel like we're in limelight wherever we go.
And we understand what's happening.
They look at you, you look at them. They look at you, you look at them. They're checking you out. They're like, oh, it is a gay family. Look, Grandma, it's a gay family. And then everybody starts looking. No. It's good things.
So no, it's for the most part it's fine, and
it's almost like being famous
in a weird way. And because people treat you like they know you, the kids get that vibe.
The kids don't.
That we know everybody.
Yeah.
It was really quite funny when we went into the passport agency, and it struck us that we've never talked to you guys on a personal level. The experience of being a gay family and traveling around the country and being visible to different groups and different belief systems, because depending on where you travel around the country, people see us differently and they react a little differently.
What shocked me was that day when we ran into Jessica, and right away she was like, boy, you are living the epitome of being different. You know what I mean? She said, you're RVing, you're gay, you have kids, and so even her pointing it out.
Yeah.
All the, it's what everybody sees in us. We're different.
It's different to want to live a nomadic lifestyle and travel around without a home. It's even more different if you do it with children. And then on top of that, you're a gay couple. So it's like a little pyramid with a little cherry on top where you have two guys. I
thought it was really cute that she wasn't afraid to mention.
No.
Within 5 minutes of meeting.
Yeah, we've made phenomenal friends along the way where they jive to what they see and what we must be encountering along the way. Mm-hmm. They get it almost immediately. The passport experience, because it's a marriage license and a passport office, so that was the annex that we had to go to.
Yeah, and so when we all walked in, it was just couples. It was just man-woman couples.
Yeah.
All there getting their licenses. So all eyes were on us because they thought we were there to get
our marriage license.
Probably.
So to be a little fly in somebody's ear and listen to all the things that are coming into their head.
Every time I looked down, they looked at me and I'd have to look up and look at them. They just turned around. I'm like, it's okay, you can look.
And it was a room full of people. And of course the kids helped things, while we were there, a really young couple came in and the lady was kind of, at least in her 7th month, and she was going to be due really soon. And of course the kids are just going bananas. Oh look, she's going to have a baby. Look, Papa, Daddy, Papa, Daddy.
She's going to born a child.
She's going to born a child.
That's what they call it right now. They don't get it yet. She's going to born a child. She is. She's got a lump. She's going to born.
She's got a lump in her belly. Oh my goodness. So on top of everything, all this is going on. And so just in case there's not enough of a magnifying glass on you, you have 2 little megaphones, making it
bringing you all the attention.
Yeah, just a little more awkward. At the end of the day, like I said, it's positive and negative, and you got to take the negative as it comes and really revel in the positive. The reason we're getting our passports is because one of my dreams, Brian is terrified of going to Alaska because of that road that you have to take that goes from basically Seattle all the way to wherever. Alaska. I haven't even looked into. Yeah, all the way to Alaska.
It's a long road out here.
It's like 1,500 miles. Some of the best people we met on the road live in Alaska, and they just finished their full-time RV experience. And that just makes it one more reason that I want to go up there. So the kids needed passports in order to go through all that.
Yeah.
So we got the passports just in case next year that comes through for us. That's how our experience of getting our passports came out in this conversation that we're sharing with you guys, as far as how it is like to travel around as a gay family. Well, the gang is all here. Today we're gonna go get our passports. Well, for Emma and Axel. Brian and I already have our passports. It's kind of involved when it's the first time you take passports for kids. You got to take them in with all kinds of proof that they're your kids. Makes sense. First, we're gonna go get our passport picture. You guys excited and ready to get your passport? Mm-hmm. It means you can leave the country. What does that mean?
It means you can travel.
They just got gum. This is what you get in return.
Dry.
Oh. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you gonna smile?
Yeah, this is gonna be my smile.
What? Let me see.
I wonder if it's because we're 2 dads.
No. Well, CVS is on the ball. Passport photos. Yeah, don't you believe it. Here we are for take 2. You guys ready? We don't need a card here. Take our passport pictures. Axel, baby, don't touch, please. We ready?
Yep.
There. Do a cute little smile.
Honestly.
You're gonna sit. You're next.
Sit up straight.
And no glasses.
No glasses.
They still have the passport applications at the courthouse.
We're gonna hear
That's
those.
where we're fixing to go.
Yeah, I thought they switched it, moved to where you pick them up.
You know how
You're
it
all
is.
set.
Come on, Axel. You're next, buddy.
That chair's getting away from you, isn't it?
There we go.
That's cute.
Yes.
Okay, you sit up straight. Don't. So here we are at the Clerk of Court Annex to get our passports. You got to go all the way in and present the kids and all the information. You ready?
Yeah, but which floor do we go? I want to go to the top floor.
Well, that was quite a show we put in there. Because the marriage licenses and the passports are in the same office. So yeah, and it took like an hour. About an hour at least. So yeah.
So we got a lot of inquisitive looks.
But no different to wherever we go. But it's always fun. You almost feel like it's in a weird way you feel like a celebrity. Because it's like, do you want my autograph? But anyway, you know, and the kids are always kids, so that always attracts attention. Guys have fun at the passport office?
Yeah.
You did.
It was quite boring when we had to wait long.
It was too boring when we had to wait.
And they didn't get to sign their name yet.
When do you get to sign your name?
I'm back tomorrow.
No, when you get your passport back.
Why are we waiting the truck?
Because I'm trying to get you interview after such a momentous occasion. There you go.
Do I look okay?
Yes, baby, you look fine. Oh, shoot.
Don't touch the table.
No. Baby, give us a chance.
Is this getting our so black dog?
Okay.
Next will be the purple dog.
And things like that. So people that have long stays there. Oh.
Someone.
Oh my. And
The
it's not-
hurricanes are
I
coming.
know.
Oh, you're not in the middle.